Hello, 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 part 2. Hello, everybody. Click on there to go live on that Twitch thingy bob. And just make sure I'm live on this one. And we are. We are live. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. We are back live. Oh, dear me. Right, we're back on this SLI graphics card. Yes, dog. Issue. Anybody who didn't join us before. Have I got the right chat on? I do not know. So we'll pull that chat down here. And we'll go to live chat. There we go. And we've got me. There we go. One person, one person, one person. We know I'm bothered. I'll talk to myself. I'm fine. Okay. So, anybody who joined me earlier. Was it earlier? Yeah, it was earlier today. We were doing a afternoon EDM.
Oh, you!
And we've got TFN's here. Good afternoon, TFN. Better turn that down a little bit. That's a bit tad loud. Good afternoon. This is the second stream for today because I had to shout on school run. So do apologise. I'm really loud. I'm peaking my levels out there. Turn that down a little bit. That might be a bit better. Yeah, somewhere like that. We managed to get this one built. We've got a new cooler in it. We've got a new motherboard in it, and we have managed to fit his SLI. Whoa, it's around here somewhere. SLI graphics cards. But at the moment, we need to see if we can get it to boot. That's the small one. It's the 51 kilo case. So it's a bit of a beast. I have got 3 or 4 customers dropping off today, and yeah, so we'll try and get this one done before my first drop off. Anyway, we will see where we get power from. We'll keep an eye out in bottom right corner. We did get into Windows. I've put my drive in, so we did get into Windows. So we'll just see if we can post it back into Windows. We have life. Really nice, attractive blue lights. What's that on the back garden? Oh, it's a football. Somebody's kicked the football over the fence. We've got a football in the back garden. I was wondering what it was. So we're going to keep an eye on bottom right corner. Down here. And just see if we can get a picture. So I'm plugged into other graphics card now, which I don't know whether do you get a secondary and a primary? Should you always start with primary? Don't really know. But got no picture so far. And it's on AA, which is a full boot cycle. Oh, so we should have it back up and running. And that's not back up and running, so let me, don't know what on and off button is on this one. Oh god, it's too big for my desk. Too big. So I've been using board on and off switch. I can find on and off switch. Not there. I figured out what that is. That's his temperature display. We've got a big temperature display thing on here. Right, let's see if we can find his on and off switch on here. There we go. Right, so his on and off switch is there. Oh, it weighs so heavy, you've just got to kind of precariously balance it. Go into that one, reset, and back on. That's better. Right, I'm going to unplug the HDMI outlet and put HDMI in there. So we've got 2 GPUs, both of them are connected, both of them are plugged in. We've got the SLI bridge plugged in also, and we will try and post. Wait there. Ooh. Now that's interesting. The RCD on my wall. I'll be if I turn power on, won't it? There we go. We have life. What are those two cards behind there? We have a Sound Blaster Pro Studio, and we've got a little Sound Blaster add-on card. That one's not actually plugged in, so it gives you more outputs. So it's just kind of, I don't know, kind of something. We have picture. Now, we got as far as this last time. We plugged into the HDMI in the top card at the moment. So we'll see where we go on here. See if I can get the mouse. I'm going to try and install the drivers. So we'll go to advanced options and then continue, and let's see if that boots this time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think I've got my driving at the moment, so I'm hoping if I've done anything. It is absolutely, if they could have fitted it, they would have fitted it to this. For the, for the era, TFN, this is 2016. These are 9800 Titan cards, a pair of Titan cards in SLI with Sam. It just had everything thrown at it. I think they just went, let's find most expensive bits, a bit like Linus has done with his 20 grand PC. I bet this were probably close to 7k when it was new, because I bet these cards were probably about 800-900 quid a card, something like that. Scary. Scary. So device manager, which is there. It looks like we've got both cards detected. Click on right. Yay! We've got 2 Titan cards now detected. So display settings. Let me zoom this in so I can see it myself because it's a little bit tiny. So we've got both Titan cards actually in there now. Wow. Shall we run some furry donuts and just see? I don't know if furry donuts. Like the ref asking, what's your budget? He just said yes to everything. Yeah, I want them both. I am not sure if... Will it stress test them both together? Oh, it is SLI enabled, so it has detected that. So basically, if we do that and do that, we should get some type of performance mark. I cannot see that, it's that tiny. So this is SLI cards benchmarking at what percentage? So they are getting a bit warm. Good thing is they're getting warm together. I will try a power consumption test next. I've got OCCT on, so we'll try a power consumption as well. GPUs are only running at 3%. Oh no, GPU power 98% TDP. Let's bring that up. Get rid of that one so we can see. So we've got Titan X graphics card. Sense is the one that I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one that I... GPU power draw. Overall draw 250 watts. That'll be per card. Yeah. Yeah, so 242 on that one. So it's pulling 500 watts just on GPU alone. 500 watts. That is... James. Afternoon, James. Welcome back. 500 watts just on the SLI GPUs, and that's only running at 720. They are running a bit toasty. 97 degrees. I think this needs new thermal paste, because I'm right in thinking if you've got that big a margin between your hotspot and your GPU, you need new thermal paste. So we've got there 13 degrees difference. It's about the same, 13 degrees. That's getting really toasty, that though, isn't it? But the good news is they are working. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. Yeah, it must be dried out by now. I'd feel a bit reluctant rethermal pasting it because I'll tell you what will happen is I'll take it off and I won't have any silicon pads for VRMs and whatnot and memory chips. And putting wrong ones on are worse than that. So let's just quit the furry donuts. Should we pump that up a little bit and see if we can go to 1080? I don't know whether it'll work. Oh, it has. I can't really see. So at 99% usage, 82%, 191 FPS. That's not too shabby, you know, for SLI. I'd be interested to see what his 6 GPU system runs at. 6 GPUs. And it's a more modern system than this, so I ain't got a clue how he's got it connected up. Yeah, no. I agree with you, James. This is, yeah, I think Sub-Zero, welcome. I think originally this was probably a Windows, maybe Windows 7 machine on there as well. And these at Titans, which are 980s, aren't they? Aren't they based at 980 series? Oh, 1080 EVGAs. I think 1080s is what he's got in his other one. He reckons he's got 6 GPUs in his other system. So yeah, let me. I ain't going to be able to test any higher than this because I'm running through whatchamacallit. But let's see a power test. No, we don't want to do OneDrive. Let's run OCCT and see what this says. 6, yeah. I've not seen the system yet. This system, what I'm working on now, weighs, can't really see, but it weighs 51 kilos. It's huge, massive. Look at the size of it, huge. Weighs 51 kilos. His other system's bigger than this. Yeah, he was a gamer, was a streamer. So that's why he has got that. By all accounts, a really, really big streamer as well. I'm not into streaming, so I don't know, but I'm sure he said something like TSB streamer or something. I can't quite remember. I suppose anybody into streaming will know. Right, should we do a power? Let's start a power test off. Just let's see what this is pulling. No, it's an extra large case. This case is probably just over 1 meter high. The other one's about 1.6 meters. He tells me high. So gosh only knows how much he is, how much weight is in it. So CPU's running at 100%. I presume that wattage is incorrect. Thermal take level 20. If he's got a server board or something like that, I think somebody did say with a server board you can. And it's all water cooled as well. So I'm expecting the other one to be water cooled GPUs as well. So he's just spec'd a new PC up, and I think it said it cost him over 10 grand to spec his brand new one up. So hence why he's wanting these back up and running. Ah, that's it, Battlegrounds. Oh, I thought TSP was the streaming thing. Battlegrounds, that rings a bell. What are you saying there, James? Oh, it's fighting game on Roblox. What, daughter plays Roblox? I thought that were for... I don't want to take it away from streamers, but I thought that were for younger children. Yeah, I'm live.
Oh, hey.
Hello, James is on. Say hello to James.
Why are we talking about Roblox?
Because this streamer plays Roblox, sorry.
I play Roblox.
Yeah, can you tell she's a teenager? She's on a phone all the time.
I'm signing up for something.
You don't have to sign up for anything.
What?
What's that say?
I'll give you our drink.
All right, you're going to put kettle on? Go on. James
I
says
don't
it.
want to pre-order.
Maybe
on,
we-
the tea bags is okay.
Ah, okay, thank you. Don't forget it.
So,
Side Roblox, yeah. Anyway, I think the power test. There's nothing wrong with power supply. There's nothing wrong with graphics cards. It's pushing everything there. I'm not convinced that the wattage is right. 16 watts there and 62 watts there at 100%. I don't think this is reporting accurate wattage. So yeah, but we've got 24 gigs of VRAM. Wow. Never heard of the game until 2 months ago. I'd never until he came and told me. I thought TSB was the streaming clan that he was in, but apparently he was an extreme big one. He's older than me, James, or he's about the same age as me, I would say. So quite a bit older than you, James, because James is only 23. If nobody knows how old James is, I think he's 24 soon. But yeah, he's about my age. I don't think he was playing to grow up. But I suppose different games appeal to different people. But yeah, I'd never heard of it.
in my way, Matthew.
Is that my cup of tea? Oh, look at this. One good reason about having children. Thank you.
Look at my tea.
How is it, Maddie?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Bye.
That's the first drink I've had today. I bet his chat is funny in the live stream. Yeah, I bet it is. Sloth Tech, good evening. I bet it is as well. Because if it does attract younger children and whatnot. Oh, desperate for a drink. I don't know how have I got all the graphics card drivers installed then? I mean, we're going to connect his hard drives back up. So I think that's a successful test that we've got his graphics cards. As his sound cards devices. Why isn't his Sound Blaster showing up? We've got 2 Sound Blaster cards in here. I would imagine it'll show up on his drives because it's all pre-configured on his drives anyway. Yeah. You don't know what Roblox is? Oh, well, yeah. Answer to your question, yeah, James. At full whack, let's just bang that onto full whack. That's stress testing the CPU, and let's just get hardware info for temps. So we were pulling under idle on his water cooler, 90 degrees on idle. His water cooler were full bad. This under full load, 40 degrees. I think Sub-Zero, I would say, the reason why people put them down because they were jealous and they were expensive. But you didn't always get double the performance because games just weren't optimized for it. Because that was some problem, weren't it? And the bandwidth just wasn't there. $350 FPS, that's some going. They're over at Road, Maddie. Maddie. Yeah, that's TFN. It is a massive concern. Daughter plays it, but I've restricted that she can't communicate with anybody apart from in a friends list, and all the friends get approved by me. So there's like 3 friends on there. There's 2 people she goes to school with, and then Dave, who's a 43-year-old virgin. But other than that, it's fine. I'm only joking. There's 3 friends on there. 2 people she goes to school with, and a cousin on there. You could do it with NVIDIA software. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to argue with the temps when he sees them. I know he was reluctant, and I've ended up putting the black. That's the one I've put in. You know, the 140. Because strangely enough, the 120 says it's compatible with the socket, but it's just not. You don't get the mounting hardware, so you've got to use the 140. So if anybody is fitting these coolers, and I would strongly advise you've got, but this chipset is out of date anyway. If you're fitting on an older system, you've always got to fit the 140, not the 120. I'd have booted up one of the systems to get the name of this software was Editor. I still wouldn't want those cards, to be honest. No, I don't think. I think if I had a choice, I would put something like a 5070 in rather than got SLI on a pair of these without any shadow of a doubt. So, right, that is still plugging away and it's sitting at 40 degrees and I'm still running it at 100% load. So I don't think there's any issues with that. So let's close that down, let's close that down, let's close that, let's close that. Let's turn that off. Let's go back to there. And I'm just going to kick the dog outside. Go outside. Because she's in the way. And I'll run over her little toes and she'll go, yelp! You've run over my toes. So I have to see if I can build this one to a better thing. Yeah, my daughter gets that. She hates it. She hates it. Aussie. I know exactly where you're coming from there. Seb, welcome in. I'm thinking of going from Corsair 240 to an... do you know what I would say? What CPU have you got, Sebastian? I think it suits this well. I agree, James. I think it suits it really well. I'm not adverse to saying whether I want an air cooler or a water cooler. NVIDIA Inspector, you should still get better FPS even though the game wasn't made for SLI. Oh, wow. I'm going to leave this configuration down to him because he doesn't want his drives formatting, so, which is good because I don't want to touch his data. So I'm going to leave all that down to him. I just want to make sure it boots and posts to his OS. There shouldn't be any reason why it doesn't, because he just told me it was the board which was failing. Even 20 FPS was better. Yeah. Everyone counts. Everything counts. Sebastian, you've got a 3600. You'll get away then with a because they've not got particularly 3800 had a higher TDP, didn't it? 155 or 150. Yeah, I'm sure it was 155 or something like TDP. But a 120 will cool that adequately. For a few pounds more or a few dollars more, you can go for the 140, and I've just put a 140 in here. So to future-proof yourself, I would say if you can afford the extra £2 or £3, because that's all it is, it's probably £3 to £4 dollars. Freeze with the big cooler. And if it fits in your case, I would say go for the 140. But the 120 will still do it. The 120. The difference is you get a 140mm fan as opposed to 120mm fans, and the actual thermal mass is greater. Because, like I was showing on my earlier streams, you can flick through it. The difference in how they actually, from when you actually put it under full load to taking your full load, it was sitting at 53 degrees under full load. Within maybe half a second of me taking the load off, it had dropped to about 36 degrees within half a second. And that's because they've got so much thermal mass in them. And that'll do it quicker than a water cooler, because your water cooler is only dropping as quick as the water can circulate. So whilst that's not big importance, it just means you're buying a good cooler with one of these. There's a lot of thermal mass, a lot of metal, a lot of density to dissipate the heat, and then the cooler, the air fans coming through it and just getting rid of it. And it's all about having nice airflow coming through. So just make sure if you are putting these in, try and think about how the airflow is coming through the system. But yeah, for me, you'll never look back. Just I don't know how many, I recognise the name, so I don't know how many videos mine you've seen, but I'm a massive, massive advocate of these. Really love them. Really love them. I'm not paid by them. I wish I was, because I'd earn a fortune with the amount of people that buy them after I tell them about them, and the amount I sell or fit for customers and never get them come back. I used to fit Noctua fans, and for the Noctua cooler is about £160-ish for something which will perform as well as this, and you just start thinking to yourself, why do I spend that money when I don't really need to? And you can get something equally as good. So, right, we'll get some of this back together. If I can remember where I put my screwdriver. It'll be that shiny thing in front of me. I'm not a lover, I'll tell you now, Sebastian, I'm not a lover of the RGB one, but they do an RGB one of these, and they also do one if you've got a plastic or glass side panel, if it's the type of thing which floats your boat. They do one with a temperature sense display on it as well. and I have fitted them. And again, I am not a lover, but if that's the thing, what you like, they don't look too bad. I think the build quality is a little bit iffy of the display on the one with the temperature sensor, but if that's the thing for you, that's the thing for you, sort of scenario. Right, let me get me. Should have a bag of screws which came with this. Where did I put my little bag of screws? They're the screws I took out. Oh darn! You nugget. They're me heatsink screws. Need to put those back in, so we'll put those in there. There we go. It's there. It's hiding. No, they're not. Need to keep those. Put some new ones in, methinks. Oh, I can't see chat whilst I'm stood up, so I apologise again, gentle people, if I'm ignoring your messages. Not ignoring them on purpose, just because I cannot see the chat board. Oh, damn. I'm going to lose that. That's really cool. A bit non-generic. Oh. Yeah. It looks like yours does it, Sub-Zero. Is yours equally as messy as mine? I've just got stuff all over. I had the 360. I've got a 360 IO as well. I've got a new one through there, but I'm going to be giving away because I know a lot of people like them, even though I don't like them personally. But I've got one through that. I might give them a choice between a 360 AIO and a Thermalright cooler, just to see which one they'll go for. But I'm going to set that as a win prize for when I 1,050 subscribers. I got a white case with Corsair RGB fans already, so compatible with those would work well. Yeah, if you go for the all white one, that looks really nice. They do a white one with RGB as well. I think it's in the 140 version on that. So yeah, afternoon, Mike. Afternoon. Yeah, Sub-Zero. Mine is unashamedly a tip, but I'm not bothered. I know where everything is apart from stuff I can't find. So that's the way I maintain it. I know when James has been here a couple of times, he must cringe because James is ever so. Let me get my telephone now because my telephone is ringing. Just 1 second, gents. PC repairs. How can I help? It is, yeah. Just drop it off. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye. Right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I know when James comes, James's work area is impeccably tidy, and mine isn't, and he can never find out when he comes. You'll see from some of the joint streams we've done when James comes. He does struggle to find the odd thing, and I'll be going, yeah, it's just there. But I think you get used to your own workspace. Going into somebody else's always feels a bit strange to me. It never feels quite like it should. It's a bit like sneaking around somebody's house when they're not there. When you start looking through another person's tools and whatnot. But yeah, you get used to your own stuff, don't you? And we'll get that screwed in there. Oh, I wanted to get a pair of, was 3080, that was SLI capable. Well, 3090s are SLI, but 3080s aren't. I didn't think 3080s were SLI compatible, I thought it was just 90s. But I could be wrong on that. Well, I probably am wrong. I'm wrong more often than I'm not. Yeah, I thought 90, but last one they did, which were SLI compatible. Well, it's not called SLI anymore, is it? It's called something else, weren't it? Or am I thinking it weren't called Crossfire, it was called SLI after that? I can't remember. Because I think we can all agree it's a long gone technology, which we don't really need back. Yeah, a pair of them. Yeah. I need some mega bucks. I sold my 3090 a couple of years ago. And I think at the time I sold it for £400, something like that. Because they're only fetching about 500. And now that probably same car's probably worth about 800 quid. It's crazy, isn't it? How much stuff has gone up in this crisis. Do you know what I don't like? They spent all this money and then they've got yellow cables for. Let's see if we can get that down there. Take that one back out. Missed this front panel audio plug. It's going to be interesting to get this down here. Ain't got much spare room. That's going to be very interesting to get down there. Might need to take that out as well. That one I don't need. Let these move to one side and let's see if I can figure out. With this being so heavy, it's just an absolute pain to try and negotiate anything around place. Oh gosh. Oh, damn heavy. Right, I need that cable tie snipping. I don't think this cable is going to be long enough for his new motherboard. This is his front panel audio, and that ain't got any slack on it at all. I don't think he's going to... Gosh, that's a very tight fit. It is a huge one. And as I say, this is the smaller one out of the two. He has another one which is even bigger. This is about 1 metre, 51 kilos when I weighed it the other day, with water cooler and everything in, and sides on and everything else. I mean, these are doors. These are good. These are solid, and they're fully insulated and everything. So yeah, right, I've got a customer just pulling up now, so I will put you on mute a few seconds whilst I deal with this customer. They're just getting something out of the boot. Let's hope it's not a shotgun. Right, I'm wondering whether I need... We've got front case fans. We have one front case fan here. We might look at this airflow in more depth because we've got 2 plastic fans which are horrid, but they are they well, they're not RGB actually. They are. Right, they're B, not RGB. Just put it on mute 1 second, chat.
Okay, lovely.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Are you there? Right, sorry guys. That's one of them. That is, I don't know what that one is. She's got a problem with the fan. Right, we were on about airflow, weren't we? I'm going to leave this on the chair. So at the moment, we have... Come that way a bit. So we've got the front of the case here, obviously. So at the moment, we've got a fan down here, but the fan is actually blown over. These are hard drives. Oh, Arnold, easy Arnold. Afternoon, Arnold. Sorry, I read another message there. No need for Yuri Geller. 101 mil, yeah. Back again. No need for win. Just look at it funny. Oh, nice. Roll cage. It has got a roll cage. It's got a roll cage. I don't know why it's got one. Anyway, so we've got one fan mounted here, which is cooling the hard drives, because we've got 11 hard drive bays here and some more hard drive bays below this fan here. So I don't know expecting what they thought they were going to be putting in this case, but he ain't got that. He's got two hard drives and he's got an SSD and a 3.5 inch mechanical just sat there. So I'm wondering whether... I don't like the idea of putting top fans in, because I think if we put top fans in, we're causing air to come down and hit the top of this, which isn't nice flow, and then also cause, it's bringing air in, but it's bringing it in at the wrong place. So we want a positive pressure case, which is more air coming in than going out, so we can determine where the air's coming in, hopefully through some type of filtration. So I'm wondering whether we connect these up here and put the RPM so low that they don't really provide any air, but he's got his lights, because he'll want lights. We've got the rear case fan here, so we've got nice suction coming through to get rid of the warm air what is coming off the CPU cooler, and we can have a look at maybe putting a case fan at the front, and it is a 1200 watt CPU power supply. Do you know what remarkable thing is, Arnold? This is a 5th gen Intel CPU, which would be circa 2015 2016. Can you imagine how much a 1200 watt Corsair power supply was in 2016? I would like not to guess. Whatever they've spent on this, they've spent an absolute fortune. So I can imagine it being many, many thousands of pounds on here. But RGB do let it down. It's just RGB strip lights. But it does look nice. So I think that's what we need to look at, or I need to look at, is getting some front air on it. Do you know what I might do is just test it, because now there's two fans at front, and it's a big, looks like a 200mm fan. Right, so he's got a 200mm fan at the front. I think that might provide enough air, and with the back one I think we're going to be all right with that. So we will put these back. We'll put the top ones on they just look cheap tacky fans, but they're his fans and that's what he wanted. We'll put one as an inlet, which is the front one, so at least we're getting some air in, and we'll put the back one as an outlet to kind of counteract it a little bit. So we get some things there. So I know we're going a little bit opposite for that, but we're putting air in with one of them in front of the CPU. $350, is that what it had been? I think back then that's a huge investment for... we can't put these on anyway. Because these were for his water cooler. So those are coming out, which is please me no end. Those are coming out, because I don't like them. I mean, look at them. They're the cheapest things ever, aren't they? They're just the cheap plastic white fans. They're that white acrylic-y, plasticky, horrible stuff. So that has pleased me. Oh, I'm happy with that. Do not lift this. Let's get the little screw which goes at the back. My ATEX server case isn't that big. but it does have 8 3.5mm drive bays, plus room to fit more if I added a couple of more drive frames. Wow. Yeah. Them were days where you couldn't get overly large drive, weren't it? But I suppose if you're setting a server up, you sometimes need it, don't you? Right, we're going to try and sit. Oh, gosh. Right, we're going to try and turn this over. Bloody hell. Oh, that is such a smooth action. It's obviously on some type of greased rigid bearing. And it's so nice going up and down like that. Couple of screws. Oh no, they're for the legs. Any idea how we get that off? Get it off like that. Right, we have got a load of dust. We've got a big 200mm fan in there, and I don't have any places. There's no more brackets, so I can't fit any more. So we are stuck with that one front intake fan there. So we've got one front intake fan, and we've got twin fans there, but both of those are intake as well. So we are getting quite a bit of air in them, but they are from they're all trying to cool the hard drives. That's how important they thought it was. Let's put 2 fans there, let's put a big fan here, all to cool the hard drives. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Right, so we need to link that back fan up, which is linked up. Not a great deal to do on cable management because it's all been done. Let's see if we can get this back on, and then we'll have a look at no. Yeah, we'll keep that stuff on floor. One of the drive bays has come out, that's all. Ah, we have got 2 more case fans to go on. Can't even see these because they're all backwards to me. Oh, that's my camera. I need danger money. That's what I need. Now, get in there. Oh, ouch. Don't let it hit you on head, it hurts. Ouch. It is extra limbed. I need something. Oh, 910 subscribers. Woohoo! 2 today I've got. Wonderful. It is actually making me desk bow a little bit when I put it on here. It's definitely 7 terabytes. Wow. Right, so let's. Do you know what? This would be unbearable if it didn't have the carry handle on. that is actually reality. If I didn't have the carry handle, I wouldn't be able to do this lifting. And I work out, guys. I never thought I'd need to work out for my job, but I work out. I can only imagine what it sounds like in your end. It'll sound like Bonnie Blue is in the house. Bonnie Blue is in the house. Done. Right, please don't fall off again. Right, I need to plug the SATA cables in now, which are all sat underneath here. Let me get a torch. Stay. Do not fall. Please do. 1 second, gents. Got the phone ringing. PC repairs. How can I help? Right, just need to get this this computer down for this lady who's coming. Which one is it? It is not that one. It is that one there. I think it's this one. Oops, not that one. That's somebody else's name and telephone. We don't want to mix them up. I need bigger shelves. Oh, that's... Oh yeah, he's supposed to be coming today. I think he's coming at 5:30. So I'll just get this one out. Done. Alright, she's on the way to collect. So I'll put that there. Ready for her collection. Right, we need to get these SATA drives. I need some light, don't I? Is my torch charged? My torch is not charged. Wonderful. Well done, you donkey. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Let's get another torch out. That's it. Pull his bungee cord. Quick release buttons. Weights drop. Release. Imagine recording a video. Let's see if we can get these in. You will have a beautiful picture of the top of my head, but I can't. Ouch. Can't really do anything else apart from show you. Oh, you're going to tell me they're all... That's right way. One. I'm going to take cards out. Do you know about time I've faffed around? It'll be easier for me just to take one card out and get them all in. Because I've got 5 cables to put in. Right, stick is RGB back there. Get some more of these cables plugged in. One in there, one in there. Oh, I've got 3 more, so I need to swap one over. One in there. I ain't got this many hard drives. I don't know why we've got this many SATA cables. Need to pull that out. That's for his cooler on there. And a last one can go in here. Done. Stick that through there. That's his old USB cable for his water cooler. Oh, I've got 2 more ports there. So chassis fans plugged in. I'm not going to take his... So the only thing I cannot use is his front panel display. His I'll show you that when we turn it round, because we don't have the right port on the board. I think it's bespoke to that motherboard. The like a fan controller and all sorts. Come on, sit down. Oh, click, 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 click. These are days before you needed a support bracket as well. Considering these are quite hefty GPUs, you would think you would have needed one. But apparently they didn't care in them days. They YOLO'd it. Get that tightened up, nice and snug. That tightened up nice and snug. Let's get his sound cards in. Yeah, I've got a TrueNAS. I like TrueNAS. Works well. I don't really put anything on it nowadays though. I've set a couple of businesses up on TrueNAS in the past as well, when they wanted a cheap, low cost, and they had spare PCs. I don't like that at all. That is really, really close. I don't like that. It is really close to his all the oh, I've lost picture. There we go. Lost picture there. Sorry, gents. Didn't realise. Don't know how long we've been. I've knocked my camera as well. I've headbutted my camera. All these pins here are very, very close to the GPU metal bracket. So I'm going to have a look and see if I can put something just down there to protect it. But I don't know what I could do with a piece of... I know what I want, and I just can't think if I've got any. I'm just going to get a roll or something out of the garage. Right, so what I'm planning on doing is brushing this off so I've got no dust on it, and clean it with some IPA. Just give it a fighting chance of sticking, and put a couple of pieces of foam tape onto here. So when I put it in, it pushes it away from this card here. It just works as a separator. Does the foam tape. So I'm hoping that might be sufficient, just to give it enough space to keep away from itself. So we don't want it arcing out, do we? Because that wouldn't be pleasurable. I don't think the customer would be best pleased. Put one piece there. But it must be a slightly smaller case than what he had. Well, it is, because the spacing, it is a smaller case, I can tell you that now. Not case, smaller board than he had before. I think that's going to be enough just to keep the spacing away. Yeah, TrueNAS is free. It is. I've set it up on a couple of older systems for businesses. When they've gone, we need a cheap, reliable source to have local storage on as a backup, and it lets you do shared folders dead easy, and you're under control to do that. It's not particularly efficient at doing that, I will tell you, because most older hardware, what you would sit it on, isn't the most efficient hardware, but it works. And the nice thing is, I think the last one I did, I put in a loft space as well. So I did it for him originally, and we just put it on an old desk what they had in the office, and it turned out it kept going down and kept breaking. And what it was when people were coming, they had a key cupboard, because they used to have keys for different purposes. And when everyone came, they kept slamming the door, and they were standing on the desk to get back at this key cupboard. And it kept breaking, and it destroyed discs. So I says it's because they're knocking it all the time. So we just moved it into the crawl space in the roof. Never had a problem again until they wanted to move, and they had to climb in the crawl space. And I thought, I'm not doing that. Don't like spaces. It was bad enough putting it up. Right, I think that's about as best we're going to get it. Let's bang this SLI thing back on. One in there. Are these SLI things handed? Are they handed? Can you put them on either way? My server. Oh geez, second GPU you were lightly fried. No, they should both be working now. I've just had it booted with both cards working, and we did some stress testing on it, and it seemed like it were recognising both cards. It seemed like it were working as it should, Arnold. So we should be good to give it I'm just going to give it a once over check. I'm going to put the other door on. We do have a pair of fans on this door, which are exhaust fans. I don't really want any more exhaust. So I'm not actually going. They weren't connected up, so I'm not actually going to connect them up. I'm going to leave them off. How the heck does that go on? Oh, that's fine. They go on that way.
Oi, you!
Oh, these are the worst fitting things I think I've seen on any type of case door. Right. Stick them down there. They go on that way.
And when the doctor said I didn't have worms anymore, that was the happiest day of my life.
Thank you, Ralph. Very gracious.
Do you know what I liked about TrueNAS? It was really easy to set up as well for different users, and the profiles and installing jails and VMs and things like that. Even for somebody like me who knows absolutely zippity-doo-dah about it, I found it really configurable and easy enough to do. I think we should flip this over. We'll get some power in it. We'll give it another test. I have got customers' drives in it now, so I'm not sure what I can show, but we will see where it posts and boots. I'm just going to turn this round and be really careful with it now. Oh, gosh. Blink. Lugging a 51 kilo computer around is no fun. In there. Off. Plug. In. On. Right, figuring out where power switch was, which was up there. On. We have life. Let's see if we get picture. If we get a picture, it'll be in bottom right hand corner. Please give me a picture. Please. I beg of you. While that's doing the bit. Oh, we have picture. Stick that in there. Stick that in there. And stick that in there. And we need to turn my face cam back on, which is that one. And we need to do that. You'll see why we're doing that in a second. I'm only going to see if it boots into Windows. If it does, yeah, Sub-Zero, I did the same, and I. Oh, no. I'm a donkey. What am I? I'm a donkey. I've gone and left my boot drive in it, haven't I? Yeah, I did the same, Sub-Zero. I'm not a aficionado with any type Linux based at all, and there are some amazing people in the community who are, but I am not. So at least both of his drives are showing. Crystal disk. Let me just run Crystal disk just to make sure we're not going to run into any issues here. Crystal disk info portable. There we go. Yeah, fans are only at front at GPU, near the front of the case. Is single fan. Yeah, hiding passwords. single fan. Yeah, whether you look at it at back or front, but it's near front at case on that one. So that's why that card can go in where it went. So the foam tape was just to stop any of the card catching. So first drive is mine, so ignore C drive, 90%, it's only a test drive. So we've got a 2 terabyte mechanical drive, and we've got a 1 terabyte. Do you know what, that 850 EVGA Evo 1 terabyte must have been a fair amount. Done hardly any hours. Yeah, done hardly any hours. So we're good on that. So I'm going to shut this down again, and like a donkey, take my boot drive out of it now. You can install TrueNAS on the memory stick and run it from there, just for testing with that. Yeah, you can. TrueNAS. There's a live version of it, isn't there? What you can do. There's TrueNAS and there's FreeNAS as well. What you can experiment with as well. But I don't think FreeNAS is supported. FreeNAS is old one, isn't it? I think it's all moved over to TrueNAS now. Let me just drain the board. Once it's drained, I'm going to see if I can get my fingers down there, see if I can remove the because I need to screw it in. I'm going to see if I can do it without whatchamacallit. I reckon I'll be able to get this out now. I'm not going to be able to get that out without unscrewing it. You're going to have to be unscrewed. It's been in and out, in and out, in and out more times than anything else. I'm surprised I ain't walked PCI connector out yet. 1, 2 screws. Honestly, a trained professional. Retention clip. Give it a gentle wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Don't stop moving, baby. Oh, your booty drives me crazy. As if by magic, we will put that back in. Stick my head in frame. There we go. Beautiful picture of the top of my nugget. Push it over as much as we can while we tighten the first screw to give us a little bit of clearance of that sound card. Put the second one in to tighten up. Right, this should now boot from his drives. Oh. 63rd time lucky. Back. Oh, sorry, just knocked my camera nearly clean off my gimbal. Thank you, Mr. Osbot. So, sorry about that. Oh no. Ugh. No. It's got to be an easier way of putting these doors on. Anybody knows, please tell me. I've now got it stuck. I don't normally swear on stream, but I'm feeling like I should. Oh, darn. Right, that side's come off. Brilliant. Gee whiz, bang, pop, goes the weasel. Oh, such a crazy locking mechanism. I'm getting really frustrated with this. Ah. Got you. Finally. Whew. If I don't open this computer ever again, it'll be too early. Whew. Oh, dear me. Please tell me I don't need to do that again. I have no idea whether I've knocked that off or wherever I've knocked it. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Torrents would be better, yeah. Yeah, designed in hell. Damn right. I can't even explain how they were. There's 4 locating pins. So I'll try and explain it. So if you can imagine here, but you've got 4 locating pins kind of offset. So you've got a pin here, and you've got a pin here, and then a pin here and a pin here. But they went on slots, but you could put the slots on left or right to locate in, and then you had kind of locating tabs. So when it went through the pin, it kind of slid down and then located, but you could come from either direction. But trying to get all four located on something which is moving like that, because it's on a hinge, it's on a flexible hinge, whilst you're trying to hold a 3 kilo door up, weren't interesting. It's not something I would book to go on holiday and do again. Let's just put it like that. Not a summer activity that I want to replicate. So let's get this in. This should be the last time I turn it on. Woohoo! And then we can try and carry it back through to the other room, and we can make a start on other things we've got to do. Got a good 30 minutes. We have power on, so let's see if it now works. We have lights, so keep an eye out in the bottom right hand corner. See if we get a picture. I'm just going to do the same as I did before, just to protect any user data. So we'll keep an eye out to see if it's coming up. Let's please pretend the SLI graphics cards are going to come up. Well, that's always a good sign. So we're into BIOS. Put my... Oh, gonna have to wait a second, guys. We have somebody at the door. 1 minute.
And when the doctor said I didn't have worms anymore, that was the happiest day of my life.
Thank you, Ralph. Very gracious.
PCDD, you little shit. Naughty, naughty. Naughty, naughty. PCDD, you little shit.
Yeah, got a little.
And when the doctor
PCDD,
said I
you
didn't
shit.
have worms anymore, that was the happiest day of my life.
Thank you, Ralph. Very gracious.
Right, sorry guys. Right. No, you need to go away, dog. My dog's come back to see me. We have picture. I'm hoping.
Naughty,
I'll put it in
naughty.
the right place. Look at that. Look at that. Right. It's obviously built into Windows. Let me press enter. And there we go. We have a picture. So.
PCDD, you little shit.
That was the happiest day of my life.
Thank you, Ralph. Very gracious.
Sparta just played every single. You're doing a falcon. That's who used to do that. He's played every. It used to blow Paul Carthor's ears off when he used to do that. Sparta Super Bowl. I still ain't got a clue how to get around that. Oh, a lot of hot minutes there. Yeah. So that was, if you remember, we did a water damage one Friday last week, I think it was. Really badly. It destroyed chips and all sorts. And that was their replacement laptop. They were just picking up, which they bought a replacement laptop from Laptops Direct, because I recommended Laptops Direct. It's turned up and didn't post. It didn't boot, sorry. So I took the back off, and Laptops Direct just haven't bothered screwing in the NVMe drive. So it's literally just rattling around in the case. And it didn't have Pitco in it. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. So that was really poor. So anyway, cut long story short, we've done that one for them. Got that working. So I am gonna see if I can press that button there and go to that button there and go to shutdown. iBet one. Does that iBet work? Can you do that? Does iBet work on mine? I don't know whether I've got betting enabled. Not that I know what it is, but ooh, sugar. I would imagine it's something to do with that. Right, so let's stick that in there. Let's stick the Mickey Mouse. I'll move on to the pile of laptops, which is set up here. I'm going to have to see if I can carry this through. Right, listen, wait for big noises. I drop it and make sound like I'm crippling myself. Bloody out. Put this through here. I don't know, we'll carry it through. That's so heavy. I'm going to put this. I'm going to text him to tell him it's ready. Actually, I'm not even going to take it out. I'm going to pull that there. All right. Get his cooler put on here. You can take that with him. Or get a piece of cardboard cut out for that. There's a piece of that. See if I can put my... I knocked my camera again, didn't I? There we go. I'm going to cut a piece of cardboard out as a... I gamble. Getting your work out today, are you? I am going to try and get quite a few things done today. In fairness, I think most of what I've got left now are probably software related stuff. I have got one which is a no post, so that might be an interesting one for us to look at. And just see if we can figure out what's happening with it. Trim that off a little bit more. Protect his socket to some degree. Don't need that, put that back. You can have his beautiful fans back as well. Go there, that is my spares. And that can sit there. Ow, what's that in there? Oh, we've got some more. We need to keep them. Because I found them, and those are for the ones we were going to fit and couldn't fit. So we'll have a quick look at these other laptops that we've got. That the OG board, yeah. We'll have a look at that if you want. It's dead. It's FUBAR'd, but. We'll give them the bubble wrap back. Yeah, so this is the board which came out of it, and that's that board. I'm just getting their other bits which belong to them, because then if he wants to do anything with it, he can do whatever he wants with it. And the last thing I need is any spare screws. Well, now we've got more spare screws than enough. Don't lose them MOSFETs out, because they might come in useful. Yeah, so this is the dead board. So the only thing this was doing, I was thinking of you the other day, Arnold. I was in the shower at the time. No, I was wondering whether this might be a BIOS issue, because do you know the one what we did?
Naughty, naughty.
I think Friday, which was the GPU issue. This one I had a similar problem where it was just posting on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. But it was only doing that when, no, it weren't. They were short. That was it. It would only post on and off when the power supply, the CPU had power connected to it. If it didn't have power connected, it would try and post normally. So it was a short, because I thought it was CPU, and then we changed. I changed CPU to do that. But no, this one is not an well board at all. But it's a defunct. Weighs a bloody ton. I bet it weighs a kilo. Just a shame. Just a shame. What's that button do? Come on, somebody's going to educate me on this. Is that the same type of thing as what they used to be on old? Let's flash it. Could do. Do you know what I'll say to customers? If you don't want it, I'll have a go at flashing it, Arnold. It's just I've got to move on to other stuff, but I think it's worth it. What's that button do you reckon? Slow mode. Is that something to do with the chip? You know, like it used to be on a turbo button on older PCs. I reckon that's the same thing. Oh, is it Asus overclock? Asus OC. Yeah. Oh, is that what it is then? So it just kind of clocks it down a little bit. Turbo used to slow it down rather than speeding it up. Let's put it on because we get more power. And it didn't really. It used to slow it down, as we all know. Because you've even got the SLI configuration switches down here as well. You know, the configuration switches for the, not the SLI, for the, I presume that's the PCIe selectors. So it must be hardware PCIe controlled rather than that. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Everything is, or was, top of the line when it was new. Definitely, definitely expensive. There's somebody selling one of these on eBay, working for £389. So even now, I mean, it doesn't mean they'll get that, but even now, they're still a fair chunk of money, even used at that point. So let me text him. Let me text him. Let me text him. Let me text him. Let me see what it says. Not that one. Right. Just going to put you on pause one tick, guys, whilst I dictate this text message to this customer. Normal idle temperature around 30 degrees. This is in line, if not cooler than, many water coolers would operate at. Full stop, new paragraph. The system is fully tested and can be collected. Okay, so he's text. I will send him that and he can come and get it. Ooh, so there are a couple out for that, Arnold. Thank you very much for the thing. I don't know which bias he's got on it, in fairness. Yeah. I mean, he may well come whilst I'm still streaming, but I will speak with him when he comes and see what he wants to do. We will give it a shot, yeah, I'll question him when he comes. Oh, see what he wants to do with it, and if he wants to leave it, we will give that a shot. If he doesn't, obviously, not a great deal I can do about it, but We will see. Stick that on there with that, and we will move on to my blinking desk is filthy. HDMI out. Tidy some stuff so I can get back to my desk. Okay. Right, next. Oh. This is the best AI live stream I've ever seen. Power! LN2 mode jumper. It's slow mode. Sorry, I've just seen that. What model is it? That motherboard? It is a. Oh, I'll show you Sparta. Rampage X5, I think Arnold had put it was. It is a Rampage 5 Extreme. There you go. That's the motherboard. That's the beast. Maxim 6 Extreme. I think that one is the newer model. This is the 5 Extreme. Lost stream, or is it me? Ooh. No, must be you. Ooh. No, must definitely. I'm still live according to this. I can still see me. My internet is not dropping any frames. Speed test. Ooh. Ugh. Ooh. That's poor. That's dreadful. That is absolutely dreadful. That should be 1,000. No, I'm connected to my right server as well. I'm not on the VPN. Yeah, I'm definitely on me on that. I wonder why that's running so slow. 90 megabits. I'm on 1,000. 1,000 up, 1,000 down. It's a dynamic IP, so it changes. It changes all the time. Anyway, so it shouldn't make any difference. And with the new thing we all share, don't we? I can't remember what it's called now. Up to 20 people share the same IP address. Yeah, I'm not running through my Sky router. I'm running through a City Fibre router, and then I have 2 other routers connected to it. One of them goes into a micro PC, which is for the VPN and for my server and everything else, so I can backcall into here if I need to, which hosts some of my files. And then I have another one which feeds my wireless networks. So I've got 6 wireless networks around my house for that. And then that feeds different switches and other bits and bobs. No, it's not usually that low. I must say that is exceptionally low, considering I pay for 1,000 up and 1,000 down. So capping out at 90 is exceptionally low. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be. It's not going to be anything else. Yeah, that's it. CG NAT. That's the one, Sparta. Carrier grade NAT. Now my VPN's not on. That's why we're checking, James. I bet my VPN is. Let me. I'll check my network speed on my VPN. Let me just check there, because I know my VPN is not so much capped, but it does run a bit slow because of overage, because I've got my server term right down for... And you know, crazy thing is, let me see if I can show you this. My VPN is running at that. So my VPN is actually running quicker than the UK network, even though my VPN is fed from my UK network. How stupid is that? How come you're streaming when our Alexa is up against it? It's not making sense now. It's government sniffing. Yeah, it could be. It doesn't make sense, that. I mean, my VPN, which is actually fed straight off my UK network, my UK network's running at 100 megabits, so it must be capping for whatever reason. My VPN is running at 120. So no idea. No idea. I'm just going to shout my delectable daughter to feed the dog, and then I'm going to we'll make a start on another one. So we'll wrap this board up. Now we finish this board. So yeah, if it is stuttering, guys, I can't go it, because the only thing I will do is reboot my UK router. But if I do that, we will go off air. So if it starts getting extraordinarily buffery, we'll do that. But if not, we'll just do that. So right, I'm just going to shout my daughter to feed the pooch, and then we'll make a start on. Let's have a look what we've got. Let me shout her first. So that one's a fan issue. This one is another fan issue. That one doesn't work. That's a Windows install. That one I've mended. That's a data recovery. And right, let's have a look at this one. Now she claims this one isn't posting. Don't know, I've not looked at it. Not looked at it at all. So it's a HP. So we'll need that out. And we'll need that out. And we'll need that out there. And we need that one. I'm running the new software from MX Power for my power supply. So this will be the first time I've used it on stream. A brilliant, amazing piece of software. I just need to connect it up, which will just take me a shake of a rat's tail. So select port 6 and link. Aha. There we go. I've not fully configured it yet, so please don't take this as, ooh, that looks terrible. It doesn't look terrible. It's just because I haven't fully configured it yet. It's an amazing, amazing job he has done. Let me get my multimeter rigged up. Connect. My phone's, my watch is now buzzing. COM port 5. Yes. Done. Ooh, there we go. Um, right, so we will press on that one. Just on that, James, thank you very much for that message. And see what he does. He looks engrossed in things at the moment. Right, let's get this on. So we've got multimeter, which should now be configured correctly. And why? Oh my, over. That should be microscope. Why is that button there? Whew. Yeah, UK is one of the more heavily sensitized internets in the world. It's not as restricted as some, but it's sensitized. It's not sensitized. It's monitored as much as some of the other countries. So yeah, bizarre. Right. So we are going to go on to memory 2 and system ready. So we should now have 19.5 volts on there. We'll stick our positive plug in there like that. We'll stick our negative in there like that. So what this little gadget is, and I do explain this because I love this gadget. If anybody wants one of these, let me know and I'll send you a link for it. What this will do, it will emulate different laptop chargers. So HP, Dell and Lenovo, because all these have a center pin. And what the center pin does, as you may well know, is stop the laptop charging or make sure it's the right one. So if you've not got a collection of different chargers for all of these, you can emulate them there, and then you can tell it what size charger it is. And all these denote different wattages. So Lenovo's the easy one to see. So we're going to be using a HP. I think this is probably a 65 watt charger or something like that, or 90 watt charger. So I'm going to leave this on a 1.5, which is 90 watts. But as you can see, you can do it for all those. It will also do USB-C, and it will also do Mac and Apple stuff as well. And if you're nice, if you've not got OBS readouts or anything like that, it'll give you a voltage readout to whatever you're putting in, and it'll also give us a current readout. But we've got the benefit of it on screen also. GCHQ is watching, yeah. It's really worth 2 GPUs nowadays. Is it really worth 2 GPUs nowadays? I think, Scotland, you are a little bit back. we moved on a little bit from that, so I can't really answer you. So sorry about that. His thing must be a bit out of date. So Scott Nana, if somebody can just put in chat that he needs to, if he needs to refresh YouTube, because I think he's about 10 minutes out of date on his video. Sorry about that. If somebody don't mind just typing that in chat, because I can't type in chat that easily. It's not so much live chat, it's live video for Scott, because I think he's relating to stuff on the twin GPU, the SLI PC, what we've now moved and put away. So I think that's what it is. He needs to be on live video. But we do know that YouTube is horrendous at doing that. I'm going to keep an eye on my speed check just to see if it does alter. Yeah, it's still sitting around 90. Still sitting around 90, which is crazy, isn't it? Anyway, we can look at this one, but we can look at this one. So that's the one we're going to look at. We should have MX Power has done this this software, which we have on screen at the moment. So the software in the top right hand corner. This one here is a current trace. So when we turn the laptop on, we should get a nice trace line on there to see where we are. And obviously down here we've got the voltage that we're going to be supplying, and then the blue one is a current, and the bottom one is a wattage. Yeah, thank you, James. Thank you for that. So we will turn the power supply on. We have got a little bit of pre-charge. It should have a battery in. Looks like it's going through some type of power cycle. Not today gaming. They stopped SLI on 3090. Yeah, they did. Is everyone behind? Sub-Zero, are you behind? That looks like it's taking charge current. Yeah, we've moved on to a laptop. Unfortunately, YouTube is not always the best at getting things on time and in the right order either. So there we go, guys. Only the high-end NVIDIA RTX Quadro cards. Have they still got them now? Ah, you went from TV to your phone. Ah, that'll be why. That'll be why. I'm waiting to see if it works. I was just bigging it up. MX Power, who's in chat, done an amazing job of this. So as you can see, we've got the current trace up there. Anybody got a Ridden power supply? I'm not too sure which ones it does. I will just show you on screen.
Where are the keys?
No idea. You're gonna have to look for them. Sorry. Are they on the table or something like that? They should be. Check the back door, see if they're in the back door. Teenagers, where are the keys? So if we flick to this screen here, let me. I'm going to show you what we've got here. So we've got. This is the screen what he's written. So it auto detects the power supply. On my occasion, it's the RD6030. You select your COM port and you basically just turn it on, and then let me just unplug that. Here, I've got some memories set. So if I go to memory 1, for example, it will put me on my 19.5 volts. Memory 2 would put me on a 5 volt injection, because these are fault injections. And memory 3, these are ones I've preset to do different things. So we can just set it up to do different bits and bobs as and when we want to do it. You set those on the unit, or you can set them on here. What I have had trouble with is using these. I can't figure, you might be able to tell me how to do this, MX, is let's say I set that to 20 volts. How do I get the power supply to register the 20 volts? Because at the moment, if I click on there, it tells me it's gone to 20 here, but the voltage is still set at 5, and it's the same with current as well. If I set current to 5, it tells me on here it's there, but it's not actually activating it on here. Is there an accept button or anything like that I can click? Check the fridge for the keys. They probably are there. They're probably in the back door, Ozzy. And it does actually say down here that it's applied it. So if I look down here, it says it's applied, but both the power supply and the display is still linked at 5 volts, even though I've applied 20, which is here. Yeah, I think, is that in? So that was the only thing which I didn't know how I did it, because I can't manually see what I'm doing. I'm sliding, it's reverting back to 5 volts when I slide up and down. It's not moving that one on there, and I presume the current is the same. No matter what I slide the current to or select the current, it's defaulting back to there. It is MXP software. I will stress, guys, this is amazing software. So out of them all, this is amazing. Really, really is amazing. He's done an amazing job. Yeah, there's still a couple of bugs, but guys, if you have got a Ridden software, I would urge you to have a look at this. He's worked so hard at getting this right, and it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. He's looking at, because one of the other problems what you have with Ridden, it's locked the fridge. One of the other problems we have with Ridden, the keypad is not accessible on the power unit, on the power supply itself, once you're actually in this software. So that is something which is interesting to get sorted as well, to do. But yeah, I can do it through memories. So I have got one of my pre-selected memories on the unit, because I programmed these on my unit for memories for me 19.5 volts. I thought I had one on, if I go to shift, and then 2. No, memory 2, can't remember. I thought I had one on there already. I thought it was number 3, which was 1 volt. Might not have replied it, can't remember. But yeah, it's brilliant software. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. It really, really, really is good. Anyway, guys, we'll get back onto this. So that's the software I'm running. You can see it on the top right-hand corner of the screen. We're set there at 19.5 volts. On that, I'm just going to knock that down a little. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, right. It's not a bug, it's a feature. As far as I'm aware, well, you'd have to ask him personally. Let me have a look in info, because I think it tells you in info. It tells you, oh, it might be on the website. Oh, right. At the moment, full support for RD606, RD12, 18, 24 and 30. Automatic mode detection via Modus Bus Reg 0. So you can download the software. I think you can download it for free, and then if you want the unlocked features, there's a small charge, but it's worth every single penny. Every single penny. And he's worked, I'll tell you now, he's worked so hard at making this software everything it is. So I will do a full in-depth review on it. So where are we on here? We're going to turn this on again. So we're going to plug it in and flicker on. So we're flicking it on now, and as you can see, our current is up. So we can see up here, the graph is auto scaling as well. We're up to 1.5 amps. Here, 29 watts, 19.5 volts. So that looks to me like it's is that the power supply you're referring to, TFN? I've got an 01 meter, but this is for the this is for power supply. Ah, is that what the lock button does? I tried that yesterday, MXP, and when I tried that yesterday, it froze it froze my system. But I was messing around with other stuff as well, so I didn't realise that that's what that did. Right, so we've got a lock button here, which unlocks the panel. Right, understand that now. Understand that. All right, sorry, Sub-Zero. You've got an 01 PS. Oh, right, okay. I must say the 01 software is equally as bad as the Ridden software. They're all created poorly. Anyway, guys, let's open this. I haven't got her details on here. And we'll press the power button and just see if we get any change of state. So we're just looking for a change of state up here when I press the power button. So it's change of state there. Is this going to turn straight on? So it's pulling 3 amps. We've got screen. Can't show you too much because it might have customer details when it comes on. I do love that trace though, because it does give you a good representation of what the laptop is doing, or switch, or whatever else you've got it plugged into. It does it. And it's got my blue screen of death. ACPI BIOS error. I've got a BIOS error, it says. I very much doubt whether it's a BIOS error. So whether you're pumping 5 volts or you're pumping 20 volts or whatever, 12 volts, 19 volts or whatever else you're thinking you're pushing through, it's still doing its business on there. It's nicely peaking at 3.5 amps, isn't it? So it is, it's just crashing. I would say, let's get a memory stick in it. Let's see if we can boot to a temporary OS. Can't get it in the hole. And we're gonna, are you sure you want to exit? Yes. And we want exit, yes. And we want F9. F9, we want Oh no. Change your IP cameras. Yeah, the draw looks really good. I am incredibly impressed with the software. Install the key, and then we can reboot, and we should be able to press F9 to get into the boot sectors again. I set all mine to MAC address profiling, so mine log in with MAC addresses rather than IPs, which I found more convenient. A bit more of a setup initially, but it was a bit more convenient. Yeah, that's what I did with mine. So we'll have a look at this and see what's what. Plug that back in so at least we're charging. Yeah, I'm trying to think what port mine are sat on. Mine are all, sorry, what brand mine are. Mine are Hikvision, which I know is the one of the more widely available. But I have my cameras going to a CCTV storage box, which then backs up to a NAS, which then backs up to the cloud as well. Refresh more if you want better graphics. Oh, you mean down there? Ooh, yeah. Ah. So that's basically just the time intervals. That's the time intervals down there. Yeah, I've got multiple routers and switches. I've got a couple of more routers as well. I know you really shouldn't do it. I think I've got 6 networks to choose from, depending what I'm doing, because I have a completely separate router and Wi-Fi network for IoT, for example, and that's how I run all my IoT devices, which is through that. See if we can get back onto here. We're going to boot into Ventoy as long as it lets me. And we'll see where we can get. What was the error? Customer said it just doesn't post and boot. I'm thinking her hard drive has had it from what it's demonstrating to me. I'm just going to boot into a slightly different version of Sergio, Cyrilliac, whatever it's called. If this does the same again, might try Bob, because I quite like Bob. What did they do? No, I didn't hear that. What did they do, Sub-Zero? Mem test. Yeah, it could be memory. They banned routers. What? Retarded. Let's just get back into it. I'm just going to try a different version of Sergio Celiac. Ah, well, I've gone into the wrong one. F9, not F10, you donkey. Okay. That one there. Only Chinese ones. Well, they've tried that for a while, haven't they? We cutting some of the Chinese suppliers out of the supply chain. James has done amazing. It is anybody who's not used the Ridden software won't appreciate what Job MX has done on this. Just the clarity of the display, just the ease of how the interface works, and the clarity of the. I don't think I'll be able to pull both up because it might crash, but just let me try it. I'll show you both next to each other. So, I've got a firmware Oh, I've got a firmware download. So you've got MX's software here. So you've got a nice clear display and everything else. This is the Ridden software. It's just junk. There's too much going on. You can't really see it. When you want to crop some of your squares to where it is, they don't align properly. It's just really not nice software. Just really not nice at all. And yeah, the trace route don't work right, what it's got. Yeah, it's got a few more features, but most people will never use them. Will never use them at all. It constantly drops out, doesn't reconnect, it freezes, don't reconnect. It's just not good software at all. Yeah, so credit where credit's due. Amazing. Have you got your power supply up and running yet, James? See if Bob will work. If they've got rid of 95% of devices, if they are saying that Chinese one, but Chinese infrastructure, I won't worry about home users. You'd worry about who's controlling your traffic lights or your water or your electricity or your food supplies and stuff like that. They're all that. I did plug my whatchamacallit one in yesterday, my FN58B. And I did notice the chart really good, really big. I just haven't got yours configured on OBS's yet. Ooh, I think this is a hard drive fault. What's James done? It is. I mean, that I've got set at 1 as well. If I set it to the lowest one, which is that, you will see. Just for argument's sake, you'll be able to see a proper trace of what's going off with the computer. Let's repair gear. Good evening. Hello. Yeah, so that is a really good thing where you can see every peak and trough. That's the fastest refresh rate, that. And I know we can see stuff going off on screen as well with the HP logo and whatnot. I have none of that, just lights. They want to switch my light. Okay, do it. I think if we take the hard drive out here, I think we'll find that this will work absolutely fine. I don't think this is going to cause any issue at all, but what she has said is if we can't get the laptop working economically, she just wants a data off. I think this needs a hard drive, and I think if I can get the drive out very quickly, and see where we are with it, I think we will find that it is the main disk drive which is failed. I don't think it is a BIOS problem, TFM, if I'm being honest. It looks like a BIOS problem. It comes up with a BIOS issue, but I think we'll find it's because Windows ain't loading, because that's a Windows driver which is failing, not a BIOS issue. Even though it's telling you it's a BIOS issue, it's a Windows driver relating to the power profile from the BIOS, I think it is. So, because if it was a BIOS issue, it wouldn't let us into recovery or BIOS and things like that. And it is doing. It's failing when it can't load Windows from the hard drive. So we will have a look. We'll just get the. Oh God, I'm itching. Something else crawled out and bit me. I don't know. If there's any little screws under there. Yep, there is hiding under there. Is there one under that side? There probably is. We will try a BIOS reset because we are opening it anyway to see what's what. Nope, nothing under that. Just need to shout my delectable daughter. She needs to get her dinner because she's going out tonight.
Where?
Do you want to grab your dinner?
I've already got it.
You've already got it? Have you cooked it already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well done you. Look at you, just not a pretty face. Take after your dad. Don't think I didn't see that. She's already got a dinner. Yeah, nothing under there. Yeah, remember to thumbs up the stream. Thanks, Kip. Windows 11 Home Pro, yeah. There is rumours of Windows 12 being out in beta in the wild, or alpha in the wild, should I say. I was reading on one of the forums about it, and you never know whether it's true or not, but yeah, Windows 12 out there in the wild, and supposedly it's like a cloud version of Windows 11, they were saying. But again, you never know what to believe or what not to believe. Come on. Okay, we should be cooking on gas. They're all out now. Bit of a noisy clip. And slowly separate, and I would suspect that that is the culprit just there. Oh, me. Dear me. Alright, we've got the back off at least. Right, let's see if it's a BIOS issue. Ooh. Now this is a water ingress issue. This is a liquid issue. Let's just shift my ugly mug out of the way. Are we zoomed out? Yep, we're zoomed out. Turn that up to maximum. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? We have a little cap. I am surprised it's working with that. Not good, is it? That's dead, Jim. But it's not, that's the thing. Oh, Let Us Repair, thank you very much for becoming a member. I didn't see that flash up. Oh, it did, it came up on there. A biscuit from Maddie, thank you very, very much, sir. Much appreciated. Oh, he's confirmed it as well. BritTech has confirmed it. Dual MOSFET is MOSFETting. It is. It is, it is, it is. Let me grab a little scraper. That will probably be all right, you know, because it's away from the gate. So I'd be more worried about that, because I think that cap has probably seen better days. So we'll test that cap. Should we test the, get the machine that goes beep, 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 beep. Local. And get that on continuity. Right. We're on continuity, Jim.
Oh, you!
Raid. We got a raid. We got a raid. Who's raiding? Hi all. The Boring Brit. Hello, hello. Oh, Andy's raided. Thanks, Andy. Andy. Andy's in the house. Andy in the house. Andy. Thank you very much,
PCDD,
sir.
little shit.
Oh, we had a good stream. Not seen him. Am I not on live chat? No, I am on live chat on that screen. I've got 3 chats going here.
Naughty, naughty.
There we go. Thank you very much. On there, whoever raided. I think it must have been Andy who raided. Didn't see it come through. Did not see it come through, but thank you so much. Welcome everybody. 41 people now. Dizzying heights of double figures there. Dizzying heights of double figures. Hope you had a good stream, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. We've just turned this laptop on and it's actually crashing as it's loading Windows. So we've took the back off just to see if it's a hard drive, and we've just found water damage. So we'll give that a quick tinkle with a bit of IPA. Oh, we're gonna get some now. Greggy Chard, welcome. Sergio, good evening. Raid, I didn't see the raid come through, honestly, really didn't see. Andy raid. Worms. There we go, Worms is through. Rare that I see Worms nowadays. He's one of my mods. 3 mods, Worms, James and Nick. Nick did make an appearance earlier as well. They were just cutting their grass and they thought they would stick in and say hello. And obviously the great legend that is James. That certainly had a little bit of corrosion on it. I don't know whether that MOSFET is too bad. So we'll clean around there and then we'll, before we do any further, we'll just take some continuity on stuff like this.
And when the doctor said I didn't have worms anymore, that was the happiest day of my life.
Thank you, Ralph. Very grand.
Should replace me for a proper mod. I know. Not these part-time ones. Hey, Worms, you're one of the originals. We are having some issues with YouTube still not playing ball. I will tell you that. My internet is still sat around 90 megabits, which is just crazy. So I think I'll need a reboot of the router. So let's just test this, see if we've got any shorts on the main power rail. But it was powering up. And it was charging battery as well, which is bizarre, isn't it? That's obviously ground. Just had to... I don't think I should have 10 ohm short on the gate. I don't think that's too well. There's no voltage drop in diode mode. Yeah, I think that's MOSFET might be a little unwell. Yeah, shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to whip that MOSFET off anyway. 2 ohms. Add power, go thermal. Yeah. I can't see it having a crack in it, if I'm being honest. Just strikes me as being a bit strange with because it posts and it boots into BIOS and it starts loading and then it crashes, which is really bizarre. That it's you'd think with a short on a MOSFET like that, it would be causing some other issue, which it's obviously not doing. Resistance mode. Yeah, cap's fine. Elite Dark Matter Season 2. Middle from top to pin 1. Are you referring to... I can't see a crack on it. No, I don't think there's a crack on there. Don't think there's anything on there at all, really, to be seen. Oh, 911 subscribers. I'm closing in on that 1,000, guys. Closing on them 4 figures. Only 89 to go. Let's get thermal camera rigged up or plugged in. I think this is an unusual one with it. Get a stick of RAM in as well. With it actually working. Let's go! Almost 1K. I know. Getting all excited. Ready for the prize giveaway at 1,050 subs. That's what I'm unsubscribing. Go on, cows. We can do without you. Right, get my thermal camera on. There we go. Oh, it's a bit caked in dirt as well. So we are pulling a little bit of current. Let me rejig my cameras because I've been messing around with this to show you how good this software is. There we go. So we should now be they all need a car though. I told the wife to subscribe as well. Oh, look at that. Is that because how's the weather running? Is it actually Carthor, please don't unsubscribe. What will I do if I get 500 people suddenly drop? You can get me to unsubscribe if you turn on subscriber only chat. I don't even know how to do that, Sergio. Don't know how to do that. Anyway, we've got no battery plugged in because we've got the battery disconnected. Who's just subscribed? Raj D, thank you very, 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 very much. Storm hit a power line. Oh no. It's good if you didn't go fishing then. You wouldn't have wanted that. Thank you very much for the subscription on there, Raj. Right, let's see where we go with this. So we're pulling a little bit of current. Thermal camera. That is the area where we've just been working. I'm pointing to it there with my ugly finger. Now the MOSFET is getting a little bit warm, but I don't think it's getting any warmer than it really should be. A couple of caps getting warm, but... Evening, Jasmed. You're back fishing tomorrow. Oh, that's good. A bit of heat source under there, but again, there's MOSFETs there, so I don't think that's too big of a problem. We have picture. We do. We've been getting picture all the way along, Carthor. It actually starts to load into Windows, and then it does have a bit of a. It has a bit of a not good thing. That's a MOSFET. but they do get hot. Just there's nothing shining out. I know MOSFET's getting hot, but ooh, what's that little cap there? It's a little resistor that on the BIOS. Is that the BIOS chip? No. Don't know what chip that is. Strange how one resistor suddenly getting really... Yeah. Let's see now. There's another one over there getting a bit toasty, isn't there? Another cap. CPU is definitely cooking. Let's get a USB in it, and let's do Control Alt Delete and get to an F9. See if we can load a USB. 912. Oh wow! I will check that in a second. Just let me get into SanDisk, and I'll start loading Ventoy. Just subscribed. And we have Paulette. Thank you very much for your very kind subscription. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's Mrs. White 697, but thank you very much. We'll try loading Bob. Just let me have a look on here. Thank you so much. We are on 913. What's that? 87 to go. Oh, come on. Come on. Watch out, Joey. Watch out, Mr. Beast. Here I come. So we'll see if we can get... We have picture. We'll see if we can get one of them. Just turn one light off so we get the picture a bit clearer. Yeah, still blue screening. Yeah. Tell my buddies to subscribe to. Oh, thanks, Mr. Beast. He's already subscribed. He rang me up the other day and he was just asking for a few tips. In fairness, Carthor. So I've just give Jimmy a few pointers on how to do stuff. You know what it's like. I don't think it's Memtest. I think it's certainly something to do with the water problem on the back, Jasmed, which is really bizarre. I'm going to take that MOSFET off, which is sat there, because with the that is so hot, that CPU. It's not like a water damaged component. You might have just missed it when we discovered it, but this cap here was fully corroded. I've cleaned it up a bit, and so was this MOSFET. And the MOSFET is actually reading a short, 2 ohms short between the gate and the source and drains. So I'm going to whip that MOSFET off, because I think that's the hard drive. Whatchamacallit there. So I'm wondering whether this is the power supply for the hard drive, do we think? Because obviously it takes power from there to spin the drive up. So I'm going to whip that off and just see if it causes any other issues. To that measure on that side of. Swap probes round, something's charging. I can't touch the board because it's that hot in places. Can't find where I'm looking at now. Get it down here. Yeah, so it's fine there, and it's fine to ground. That's what it is to ground. if we look at one of the others, for example, you're looking at 5 megohms there as opposed to 2 ohms. I'm going to whip that off. Yeah, resistor is okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's gone. I think it's gone. Do you know how quick it takes to take a MOSFET off? Is no time at all, isn't it? So let's whip that MOSFET off. Let me get some tweezers and see where we're going. Can't remember what I've got my little hot air station set to. So we're doing, what were we doing earlier? Can't remember what we were doing earlier. Oh, I was doing some USB ports on stuff. Let me just cover that up so I don't melt that plastic. Oh, brilliant. I can't find my little cover now. Wonderful. Can't find my little one. I can only find my big whopper. Oh, what you love is smell of melting plastic in the morning. It's got foam on the it needs to be a bit hotter. 360 then, it's not wanting to play ball. Go to 380 and see what that does. Tell you what I did notice is there's a lot of crap leaking out from under there as well. Look at it. Swipe boards, I'm going to whip that one off and possibly just put it back down. Ouch, burning my hand. So, let's see if that has disappeared. Let me just cool the board down with a bit of one of them. Stick some, ouch, get some heat sucked out of that board. Yeah, 380. I'm gonna have to look see if I've got spares on that one. It's so hot now, this board. Took quite a bit of heat down there, strangely enough. I'm gonna get my little blower and give it a little bit of a blow off to cool it down. I don't think it helped because the CPU were very, very hot on the whatchamacallit run straight past it as well. All right, let's just test that. So we were getting 2. Yeah, we are right thing. 2 ohms. Still can't touch it. It's so hot. Yeah, that's more like it. That's definitely more like it. I think that MOSFET had gone. Need some blue tack. So what we'll do, we'll cheat and put it in here. There you go. Easier that way. Like it's made to measure. Can't still hold it still. Probably just need a bit of blue tack or something on it. Yeah, and we'll put a bit of sticky stuff down. I'm just wondering if open line now. Bizarre, isn't it? $11 meg. There you go. That's I don't know if that's gone. Don't look gone to me, that. Let's see if laptop's doing anything without that. So that doesn't look like it's particularly gone. So we're pulling some current. Let's flick it on. Might be the driver. Yeah, I think it might be the driver. Let's just have a look to see. Laptop's still power cycling. We can see that up here. And let's stick a stick one of these in it. Control Alt and Delete. Control Alt and Delete, which is that one, and let's get an F9. Let's see if we can get A. Right, I'll just get Ventoy loaded up. Let's try Sergio Ceraliak. Now this was blue screening earlier. It'll get halfway through to its loading and then it'll blue screen. So we'll go for Windows 11 version. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And it's got the BIOS error, ACPI BIOS error. So it's a power issue in the BIOS, isn't it? But I don't think it's a BIOS issue as such. It is absolutely burning red hot, that CPU. And I mean burning red hot. It's not just hot, substantially hotter than you would expect. Board isn't, it's just the CPU. Substantially hotter. I wonder whether the CPU's overheating now, because pipe's fine. I know it's... No, auto heatsink's fine. So we've got 4 point... I mean, what's normal ohmage we would normally get on one of these resisted? So we get open line, 5k. So it's not unusual to get a 5k. I'm not too sure what we should get, but we're getting 5 ohms. So I would say 5 ohms is a little bit low. And they're obviously on the same. This will be output, won't it? Yeah, it was charging. Pitco, hello. Yeah, the fan is getting up to speed. It's burning red, honestly. I can't explain how much that is getting hot within a few seconds. I mean, it's doing its job. It's moving the heat away, but it's getting that hot. I can't put my hand on it. Now it's cooling back down, but it's exceptionally hot. Do you know what I'm worried this could be? They look like memory chips. And if it's had liquid ingress here, has it affected something on this memory chip? Because blue screen is quite often a memory chip issue like that. I'm going to take that cover off and just see if there's, make sure we've not got any liquid ingress under there. I'll take it off with that bit because that bit won't work. Take it off with that one because that one probably will. Oh, somebody else had a go at that. That's why it's not working. Somebody's rounded that screw. Wonderful. So somebody's been in here, decided to do something with the CPU, couldn't do it, and rounded the screw. Wonderful. And I can't find my screwdriver bit. Brilliant. Got my spare set out. Nope. I've got a flathead which will take that out. Can't see if I look in here. Yep, that one might do it. There you go. Flathead. Flathead to the rescue. So that paste has definitely had more. Yeah, no paste. Yeah. Yeah, it should show other spots of corrosion, but just a bit weird why it's only on those two bits. And it's not even near a case vent hole or anything like that. Let me whip that one off and see what's what. Tweezers. Don't like it with those there. Can't do that. I'm more concerned about them caps right next to me. Trying to angle the air away. Oh. Yeah, the cap ohm rusty okay. Yeah, that one's not showing a short. I think that's just on the same line as all the others. So let's just borrow that for 2 ticks. Let's just clean it up. There you go. There was only those 2 things, and I can't see anything else visually on there which has had water damage or liquid ingress. Let's test for some shorts. Is that board still red hot? Let's just cool it down a bit. Well, that's cooling down a second. I just need to shout my daughter. You need to get ready. We're leaving in 15 minutes.
I'm ready, bruh.
You're not going like that.
Why?
Go get ready. Go get ready. Oh. Joy's having a teenager. Right, let's test for some resistance. So to ground we should have pretty there you go. So that's going to be that's ground, obviously. So that side we shouldn't have anything. Does that look low? 6 ohms to ground on driver side. Oh. What? Yeah, it did look like it had blown, but there were no short on it. I'm not too sure. I can't see any model numbers on them specifically to say one way. Where's my other probe gone? One way. Oh, I found my bit now. I know I had that somewhere. But the crazy thing is, you wouldn't expect to have a short because why? That's meg ohms. This one is now higher. I don't know if I'm getting a good reading on it or not. Right, so it's mega ohms. So we're good on that. So them 2 MOSFETs must have gone. I think them 2 MOSFETs are on the thing which power the hard drive. It's a hard drive power supply. No, I think looking at it, James, and please anyone correct me if I'm wrong. This is the adapter for the hard drive, and I think this power is going into here. This is the power supply for the hard drive, because obviously it'll need a 5-volt supply to the because it's a mechanical disc which are in here anyway. But it'll need a 5-volt supply, and I thought that was the power supply for it. I think the GPU phase is probably here. I'm thinking that's that one, because that's got quite low resistance. Looks like it's resisted through silicon. The resistor which is getting really hot is that one there. Middle one there. But I can't see it being something as silly as a resistor. Can you? Would we think it's somewhat like a resistor, which is causing the issue? No worries. Yeah, I know they're in parallel. You can see track running down through them. Yeah, 6 ohm for VCore. I just can't get my head around why that's going under here. I mean, I know it doesn't necessarily mean it is, but it looked like it was feeding this, which is the ribbon cable for the R hard drive, which sits just here. Obviously, it sits in, and that's the ribbon cable for that. But if that is VCore, I have seen this before where it is the graphics side which caused it to fail to boot like that. I think I gave you a laptop like this, James, where it was failing at a certain point in the boot each and every time. It was getting to a point of loading Windows or any OS, and it was at the time when it was then going, oh, I need to request GPU. Now Nathan did one. I saw it on stream today. I don't know how new the video is, from Parts People, and he was getting wavy lines on screen, and that was down to the discrete card, not the integrated card. So he could swap on his Dell laptop. I don't think you can on HP. You can't tell it. Resistors fail too high. Don't ohm reading that. Yeah. I haven't got a board view, James. No, not got a board view. Need to wind that down a bit. Just going to try one more thing, which is swapping the sticker RAM into that slot there. I'm just trying to boot with one sticker RAM in there, just in case it is just a RAM issue. Doubt it, but let's just have a look. Got a bit of pre-charge. Swap that memory stick for my other memory stick as well, just in case that memory stick is corrupted. We'll just get that booted. Yeah, value and circuit are fine. I do like that little trace what MX Power has put on this this software for this power supply, guys. If anybody's got a Ridden power supply, get in touch with MX Power. He has written this software, which you can see down here, and it's absolutely superb software. Oh, do you know why that's shut down? It's because I've took bloody heatsink off, haven't I? Oh, let me just put heatsink back on. See if we can post this to something resembling anything really. That's not going to want to screw in too well. That's the stripped screw, what somebody else kindly stripped for us. Nice one, weren't it? Stick that back in. Post. Okay, so we have that. Let me clean that out whilst I am waiting. There you go. Clean. As it getting more, might show it's high resistance. Yeah. I'll just zoom down on here. We'll boot into Ventoy. I sort of onto my other Ventoy stick just to eliminate that. And we'll see if we can boot into Sergio Chariac. I've got several versions on here, so let me go to an older one, 2024. Let's turn the illumination off so we can see what we are doing. There we go. If there's anybody sat in chat who's not hit that like or subscribe button, it is free to do so. Subscriptions always coming useful. I am chasing 1,000. I'm at 913. Oh, 915 should I say. Thank you very much for the 2 people who subscribed. Don't know who those 2 were. Still doing the same, so it's not memory issue. And it's still, I know you guys can't read that, but it says it's a ACPI BIOS error, which is a power issue on there. If these are, that is so hot. I can't explain how hot that is instantly. It all is. Yeah, I don't think I've got numerous. I mean, I could stick so much RAM in it, Arnold. I've got. You mean mem test to see if it'll do anything? Is that why you're thinking a mem test to do anything? Just to put some stress on it. What you are thinking on there. So F10. There you go. System diagnostics. Memory test. Starting mem test. There you go. Yeah, I've tried 2 sticks, and I've tried them in different slots. I do like that fast trace what MX has put in the power supply up here. Wherever it is, there it is. I do like that one. Good representation of how it's actually performing. Quick test in progress, 1%, 13 minutes, 30 seconds. Well, that's going to take 13 minutes to do what it needs to do to give us a result on there. Focus. Yeah, well, it's gone into HP Diagnostics. That's the mem test in HP Diagnostics, because it's not the pretty grey one; it's the dark black screen one on this model. The thermals. Let me just have a quick look at thermals. There's nothing majorly getting hot there. This is on. Those are the 2 MOSFETs we've removed. There's one solitary little resistor over there getting quite toasty. Yeah. The other one I had, I think that was a CPU issue. And I'll let James have it, and he's not been able to do it either. There's a couple of resistors there going to that coil which are getting a little bit hot. And then there's one somewhere around here. Seems to have cooled off now. Now it's a MOSFET. It was somewhere around near that chip. I think it's cooled off. I think there was several of them in a row, and they've all cooled off now. Oh no, that one there. See that one there? That one's getting hot as well. So there's only them 3 resistors on the entire board, but that's what I was thinking, Silvac. I would just, that was burn myself. Bottom left 2 MOSFET is hotter. Yeah, I was thinking of lifting the coils, because do you know, like when you get some of the gaming laptops and you have the same issue, and you can disable the external GPU, can't you? Basically by lifting the coils and do it that way. Oh no. Guys, I'm gonna have to pick this one up tomorrow anyway, because I've got to take the daughter out, and we've got to leave at 6:45 UK time, and it's 3 minutes away. So I'm really sorry. I've got to do this. Is anybody else streaming who we can raid? Is Russ streaming? No. Reflex. Tell you what, guys, I am going to put I'm going to put a redirect on, if you don't mind, guys, and we're going to redirect to Reflex, who's another streamer who is an amazing streamer. So if you can just give me 2 seconds, guys, I will put a quick redirect on. I will pick this one up tomorrow, and we will see where we go with it. And hopefully we'll be able to, hopefully we'll be able to do something and get it all working. Come on, videos from your subscribers. Come on, find them. There we go. So, we're going to go there. So, guys, show Michael a bit of love as well. He's a good streamer. Thank you very much for everyone joining in today. and I will catch you all soon. And if you hadn't hit that subscribe and like button, guys, please do so. But I've got to shoot. I'm so sorry, guys. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye now.